is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge? Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. So thank you again for tuning in tight. BobbethTV, where we live the fight. The engines may cool, but the legend will grow. Till next time, welcome back to the show. Engines prime, the lights go low. The crowd is roaring, time to go. Thank you for joining, the spotlight's aglow. Welcome to the show, BobbethTV, let's roll. Bob on the mic, the voice of the night, calling every lap under fierce floodlights. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. There goes Von Mead, ripping through the bend. Tom Land, the Terminator, pushing to the end. John Bennett's drifting, Foxworth's on fire. McLean and Jackson climbing higher and higher. Travis still chasing Poudre, but Chad's on fire. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. There goes Von Mead, ripping through the bend. Tom Land, the Terminator, pushing to the end. John Bennett's drifting, Foxworth's on fire. McLean and Jackson climbing higher and higher. Travis still chasing Poudre, but Chad's on fire. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. Steel and speed, the battle is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge? Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. So thank you again for tuning in tight. BobbethTV, where we live the fight. The engines may cool, but the legend will grow. Till next time, welcome back to the show. Engines prime, the lights go low. The crowd is roaring, time to go. Thank you for joining, the spotlight's aglow. Welcome to the show, BobbethTV, let's roll. Bob on the mic, the voice of the night, calling every lap under fierce floodlights. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream.
BobbethTV is live. You know what that means? It is the last race of 2025, the last broadcast, the last everything for 2025. It is the championship week for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. There's 5 races over 3 days worth to crown. Just had a little bit of hiccups there. I was a little bit panicky, wondering what was going on, but there we go. We've got all the info on our screens. We've got the track map there, Bob. Hopefully the track map, it is stay there, it's fine. And as you can see, they're MOTO International Limited late models. It's Dirt Limited late models here at the dirt track at Charlotte. The boys are out there in practice. A couple of minutes to go as we get down to the track and see that Chad Football has quick time over Brett Vanderwood, Chris Standridge, Brian Angel. So Yoda Outlaws second, third, and fourth. John Bennett in fifth. Mike Butler there, the other Yoda Outlaws driver in sixth. Kelly McKellen, Bryce Freeze is here. Wayne Bridges, Mikey Mixter, Travis McDonald, Mike Davis, and Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit. Now, I did get a message from Chris that the Yoda boys were going to up their rap game here today, and we can see there, side by side, Brian Angel, Brett Vanderwood. Brian Angel is, of course, the 8, the Deadpool 8 machine, the black one with the Deadpool logos on it. Then you've got Brian Angel in the 7, the Iron Man 7. Chris Standridge is, of course, Captain America. And Mike Butler, this is his secret. He's always fast in the 00 Green Hulk machine. They look great, boys. Well done. He did send me, I can't see it on the car itself, but he did send me, there was like a Yoda Outlaws, Avengers stylized Yoda Outlaws logo as well, which was really cool to see. Only a minute or so, a minute and a half left in practice before we get over to qualifying. This championship, I believe, is already sewn up. We don't have last week's points on the leaderboard, but I believe this will be the 4th and final championship for Travis McDonald to win. He's got a bit of a gap, I believe 14 points thereabouts. So anything over 10 points is insurmountable. So Travis just needs to race out the race here tonight to lock in his 4th championship, equaling brother Cody McDonald's run back in the iRacing, the R3 iRacing days. Oh, I think Cody was here for the start of the Knuckleheadz branding, but yeah. Cody McDonald, Travis's brother, was racing here with us, but the iRating cap, unfortunately, just got a little too good at officials and raced himself out of the iRacing cap. So Cody McDonald moved on. Travis took over where Cody left off. Christmas Eve. Welcome to the future. It is Christmas Eve in Australia. It is the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. We're going to head on down to the BobbethTV in-laws tonight and celebrate with family. We'll do the Christmas Eve overnight celebration. Yeah, it's been a quick year this year. It's gone very quick. All over and done with. Literally just 7 days, a week left of the year to go till it's 2026. We're getting used to riding the 6s instead of the 5s. And if I'm remiss and forget to say it, obviously wish everyone a safe and happy Christmas, happy New Year as well. Hope you spend some time with the family and have lots of belly laughs and good times as we wrap up the racing season with one more round of racing. Qualifiers rolling out on to the track. Mike Butler, Chris Standridge, Wayne Bridges, Bryce Freeze, Mike Butler, Kelly McKellen, thank you for the share, my man. Good luck out there tonight. On our screens right now, that's 11 of Bryce Freeze there. Mike Butler with the first time on the board, 15.721. Wayne Bridges and Bryce Freeze as well, 15.845, 15.908. Teammate Chris Standridge, though, 15.618 will secure quick time as Mike Davis comes in with a 15.896. These are all first lap times, so look for those to slightly improve. Chris, unfortunately, 15.694 on his second lap, and he's going to concede quick time to Travis McDonald with a 15.539. McKellen pops in there with a 15.697 just behind Wayne Bridges to top out the top 5. Mad Dog 15.718. Mike Nixon 15.689 is going to push Kelly and Mike Davis down a few slots. Kelly's going to be, that's all right, I'll get a 15.542, then move into second. Brett Vanderwood moves into fourth with a 15.642. So these times still up in arms. What do we got? We've got about 13 drivers. Is that going to be, I think we're going to get, we could get 3 hits, we could get 2. We'll have to wait and see what the first heat lines up. First heat lines up with 7, we should be good. How many laps is the feature race tonight? It's going to be a long one. It is going to be a long one. Info is what we want to Bob. No. Track. No. Is it rules? That's not giving us the actual open race rules. Oh, 125 laps. Holy crap. That is going to be a big one. Let's hope they have enough fuel. Thank you so much, Bryce, for the share as well. Good luck to you all. So we're just going to we'll jump into the race booth with the other boys and just wish them good luck. Good luck, lads. I just had a look at the feature count, 125 laps. Just not to suggest anything, but just before we get to the end of the race, who designated how much fuel you guys have tonight?
That would be John. That's
That would be
all.
John.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. All right. Good. 125 laps. This one is going to be a doozy for the end. The last race of the season, boys. Good luck. I would suggest quarter throttle for the first 25 laps. Because I know
Full send.
Full send. Yeah.
Full send.
Screw it. Full send.
Don't listen to Bob.
All right, boys. Good luck out there. May the best man win. I'll talk to whoever that is at the end of the night.
Yep. See you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
See you guys.
See you, Bob.
125 laps. John has tested the fuel. Only 125 laps, says Chris Standridge in the chat there. Chris, clearly the masochist of the Yoda Outlaws team. 125 laps. I think 50 laps is more than enough on a dirt track. Holy crap. But I'm not a fan of a slick track. Once that track's like, I'm great 2/3 of the race. Once that track slicks off, that's it. I'm hanging on for dear life. So 125 laps. 75 laps is the usual big races for the limited late models. So let's add an extra 50 more laps on top of that mayhem. This one is going to be a big end of the year finale broadcast. It's going to be fun. It starts in 15 seconds. And yes, I've had a coffee already. I've had my breakfast. Been up for a while, so I'm ready to go on my second Red Bull, which I don't know if it's really a good idea or not. We're going to find that out soon. Oh, thanks for the like, Chris. All right, it's straight in, qualifying and straight into the 125 lap and no heat races here tonight. We're straight into that main event. So let's get to the grid for this battle. Travis McDonald will be our MOTO International Limited Late Model Champion at the end of the race. Who's going to be able to take bragging rights? Brian Angel and Travis McDonald on that front row. John Bennett and Kelly McKellen on that second one. Let's get our cameras set up. Oh, John Bennett, I thought, is he taking an AOL? Chad Putterball, Chris Standridge, third row. Brett Vanderwood and Mike Butler, fourth row. Oh no, they're going 4 wide for the start. Wayne Bridges and Mike Mixter qualified on that 5th row. 6th row, Mike Davis and Jonathan Foxworth. 7th row is going to be Bryce Freeze, and that is our 13 car field. 125 laps. They are 4 wide. Okay, so front row is actually Kelly McKellen, Travis McDonald, John Bennett, Brian Angel. Second row is going to be Chris Standridge, Mike Butler, Brett Vanderwood, And Wayne Bridges and Mikey Mixton, Mike Davis, Bryce Freeze, Jonathan Foxworth on that third and final row. This start is going to be mayhem. Pace Track has left the track. We're coming out of 4. This is going to start now. Well, in a second. It's a longer run because they're a little slower to get to that start-finish line. Oh, no, one more lap. It's just the Pace Truck. I thought he was already gone. Not quite. One more time around. Oh, no, they've called another yellow to keep it. So, can we get a little wider? Can we get a... This is awesome. Oh, Kent, of course, yes. Let's score on Chad. That might help us get the rest of the crew. Chris, maybe? Kent McLean in the chat. We wish you were here too, brother. Merry Christmas. Jonathan Foxworth wisely hanging back a little bit, I think. Might be a smart move. There may be a little bit of real estate concern when we do get this one going. Oh no, there we go. It's just a formation laps. They're falling back into their 2 wides now. Their proper starting positions. I was really hoping they were going to start in 4 wide then. No, just a big parade to see out the year, see out the season, see out the division. This is the last race of the Knuckleheadz iRacing season. It's the last race for 2025. And it is underway now. 125 laps of racing begins. Got an hour and 40 minutes scheduled to get it scored in. Should be more than enough. The Ironman 7. Brian Angel's off to a great low line start with Travis McDonald staying up high. John Bennett's back there as well as Chad Putterball, Kelly McKellen, Chris Dandridge. Looks like the 21 of Kelly McKellen as well. Third track at Charlotte, known for some very good racing. Will slick up though. Will make those runs in the high line a bit difficult. Slick very much will appear on entry and make it hard to set. That's probably about 30 laps away from now though. For now, it's tacky racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Okay, Putterball, our race leader, Travis McDonald in second. Brian Andrews falling back to third with Kelly McKellen in fourth. Just behind them in fifth, John Bennett with Chris Dandridge right behind him. Then we've got the other pack. It is the 7 to let's have a look, 11. That's Brett Vanderwood, Mike Butler, Mike Mixter, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis. Behind them battling, it's Bryce Freeze and Jonathan Foxworth. Doug Norden. Welcome in, brother. Thank you for the like. Should start, speaking of Doug Norton, I should start playing the old Bob Show ads again. We had a bunch of, they weren't fake ads, but they weren't real ads. We had Doug Norton's tyres, proud sponsor of the Bob Show. Tyres full of concrete, unmovable. Chad Putterball 3/10 of a second lead over Kelly McKellen, still not able to break away too much. Kelly McKellen's got a slightly bigger lead over third place, Brian Angel, Travis McDonald. See the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th cars battling it out. John Bennett in front of that top 5 run. Captain America, Deadpool and the Incredible Hulk. Yoda, Outlaw of Vengeance. Almost a tenth of the way into this battle and the guy's still racing pretty hard. No one's sort of really settled into race speed yet. Everyone is fighting for position and line here. The guys having to go off mark a bit there just to get around other drivers. Some drivers running the line they want to run, forcing them up off that high-low line to mid-line, high line, for example. Chad and Kelly continuing to pull away from that top 3 pack. The 3rd, 4th and 5th pack, the back half of top 5. So far, the story of the week with the championship round is that the champion has not been able to take out the final race of the season. Travis McDonald needs to win this race, currently in 9th to do so. Right now, though, Chad for the ball that where racing has the bragging rights run. Kellen really has a bit he'll want to say about that, so he'll continue to battle along behind him, as are the remainder of the team. Yoda Outlaws guys, the Triple Group Racing crew. Green flag racing so far. Looks like they have actually finally sort of started to settle in to their speed, their race speed. The guys from that backpack, the back half of the field have broken away and moving forward. That's Wayne Bridges and Travis McDonald 8th and 9th. Still not able to get around the one John Bennett there. See his teammate just up ahead of him, Brian Angel. He's got his teammate Mike Butler just back behind him, battling Mikey Mixture as well. All contact there, look, 22, and I'm not sure who the other car was. I think it might have been the one, John Bennett. Standing from John Bennett coming into contact, Chris falling back about 3 spots down to 9th. But, keeping a green flag run here on the lap 25 of 125. Into that top 5 run, pushing Brian Andrew back to 5th. He's got Mike Butler in front of him now. McKellen still not letting Chad get that lead out there too far, still 4/10 of a second. They are about 1.2 tenths of a second ahead of 3rd place Mike Butler. Saving tyres is going to be a must, yeah. I jumped in the chat earlier and said, yeah, 125 laps. Who made sure there was going to be enough fuel? And John Bennett is the man to blame if they don't. But like I said, yeah, I'd maybe quarter throttle up for the first 25 laps or so. And that's the other issue, yeah, you don't let people get too far ahead. There may not be a caution. We know that by mentioning the word, we do increase the chances. But 31 of 125 so far, and it has been a green flag running with this 13-car limited late model field here at the dirt track at Charlotte. The dirt track, a great track. A lot of room, a lot of different ways you can run. It's not too painful if you do have to run against type a little bit, if someone else is running in your lane. So we're seeing that tonight with this race. Quite a racy affair so far. Vicky says, shh, I'm lurking. You may have noticed, Vic, I focused on the middle of the pack, and that has not been accidental. But even just alluding to it's not safe. So we'll continue calling this race. On our screens are there. We see first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Kellen on the screen at the lead of the pack, but we do get Chad down the bottom there. 0 of Mike Butler, Mikey Mixter, Wayne Bridges rounding out the rest of that 5-car field. Second, third, fourth, and fifth, mostly on the screens here. Alright, as we can start to see there in one, Trick starting to slick up a little bit later than I expected. It's only lap 35-36 now. As we start to see a little bit of action appearing in that entrance. Same with 3 there, but not as bad. Okay, I guess, you know, all 13 cars trying to save tyre, trying to make sure they don't go full throttle too much. Here's where we're going to start to set the next 15 laps. Casey says, absolutely, and like at Charlotte, the fast line could be low on 1 and 2, and high on 3 and 4, or vice versa. Sometimes the middle is the quickest line. This track is absolutely super racy. Could not agree more, and it really accentuates the driver rather than the driver being forced to race what the track gives them. I know for myself, the fast line for me is high in 1 and 2, just full throttle, and then come in and sort of diamond 3 and 4, come in low in 3, but slide a line up into the apex of entry to 4, and then sort of exit back out mid, sort of coming down off the bank. And I just find it gives me this good little spit out of 4 and a good run to the start-finish line. And others will run it inside or diamond the entire track. It's just one of those races that, yeah, it does. It sort of accentuates you, it complements your style rather than forces you to sort of race the track, whatever the track gives you. Vicky says, I can tell you what I always called him when he was a baby. Go on, you won't. You won't, Vicky. Go on. What did you call him? What's his baby nickname? I will warn you, Vicky, if we do get a chance to chat to him at the end of the race, and I do know what it is, I will refer to it. Just putting that out there. All right, we are still racing. 42 of 125, 50 to 75 laps has been the norm for the MOTO International Limited late models all season. This is the championship round, the last race for the MOTO International Limited late models, the last race for the Knuckleheadz iRacing Leagues 2025 season, and the last race for the BobbethTV Mud Mule TV 2025 broadcast season. So it is a big one, 125 laps. KC Mines at the time. That is no surprise, man. That is no surprise. You're not happy unless you have a little bit of green on your tyre. I know you. Well, no man, we call you. It points if you can get that reference as well. This main event has been 12 and a bit minutes of green flag racing, 46 laps in of 125. Not quite close to the halfway mark yet, but they are racing away here. See the entry into 3 and 4 getting a little bit slicker, a little bit further down that back stretch. It's going to be the same coming into 1 and 2. No, still the same sort of spot, but does seem to be getting a little bit darker. Chatterwack. Oh, nice. Whack, I like it. I'm a big fan of Whacker. I used to be called a Whacker a lot as I was a kid. Or a Bright Spark, or a there's my initials. There's a famous spark plug brand, NGK. That's my initials. So yeah, they always say you think you're a bright spark, or you're a flaming idiot, or they call me a Whacker. Love it, Chatterwacker. I think, actually, wouldn't we call you the Chatterwacker? Or was he a good kid? sure if whacking is a phrase that the Americans use for in replace of smack or hit, but whacking is hitting in Australian. So chatterwhacker, you would be the chatterwhacker in that case. I'm an idiot. All right, Chad Puttable, Mikey Mixter, Callum McKellen, Wayne Bridges, John Bennett. No, Mike Butler battling John Bennett for that 5. So that will argue over who has the 5. It's Mike Butler at the moment. No, it's John Bennett. No, it's Mike Butler. No, it's John Bennett. Then it is Bryce Freeze in 7th. Brian Angel, Travis McDonald, Mike Davis, Brett Vanderwood, Chris Standage, John Foxworth, 8 to 13. Those knuckles must be getting sore. I wonder how many people have remembered to breathe every 5 laps or so. Green flag run. No one's had a chance to really just let off and relax yet. Breathe out. Cheap viewer. I don't need cheap viewers. I want the expensive ones. The ones that sub and all of that. Go away. There we go. Deleted. Oh, I didn't ban him. I didn't ban him. Damn it. I deleted it, not banned. I'm an idiot. Still sitting in that top 5 run. John Bennett and Brian Angel back down 6th and 7th. So pretty much the front half of this pack still battling for contention. Points leader Travis McDonald stuck back in 10th in that back half of the field. Just noticed on the front there, Mikey Mixter, Callum McKellen, Wayne Bridges, Brian Angel. Callum McKellen was in 2nd for a long time, has joined that pack, 2.5 seconds behind our race leader. As that is getting quite gnarly with the available lane choice and place to run. A couple of guys down low, a couple of guys up high. That is quite tightly packed in that 2nd to 6th spot. Brian Angel, Mike Mixter, John Butler, 4th, 5th and 6th there. John Bennett, not John Butler, John Bennett. Mike Butler is that green card behind him. And we've got the 11 of Bryce Freeze. Travis McDonald, points leader, back there as well. He's had the run sort of, there's been a couple of times throughout this week where the drivers have needed him to be down that end of the field to try and sort of contend for the championship against him. And haven't been as lucky. But the final race of the season where it doesn't matter, and there he is down the back of that field. These other guys getting a run up the front. Wish my teammate would get it together, says KC McLean. John Bennett running there in 5th. There he is on the screen as if on cue. Brian Angel just up ahead of him. Groove Racing teammates. proudly also sporting the Motorwear International sponsorship. So the limited late model sponsored by Tom Land's Motor International. But John Bennett and Tom have had that had very long time partnership, friendship, connection. John proudly sporting that logo. John Bennett able to trail around with Wayne Bridges past Brian Angel up into that 4th place. He's going to make a move on Brian here, it looks like. Not Brian, Wayne, rather. But not able to make it set. Coming up pretty much at the halfway mark here, 73 laps in, 72 still to come. 125 laps is the total. No, it's not half. Halfway would have been 62, Bob. You idiot. We're well past the halfway mark. Well, I can't math. Lap 80 or 90 should be when it gets interesting. It's not slicking up as, like that entry there in 1 and 2, I thought that was going to be glass by now. But it is still sort of moving along. Guys got plenty of entry space, and similar with 3 and 4, a little bit higher in 3, but not where it's sort of causing the guys to set too high, tap that wall or anything like that. But yeah, the next 10 to 15 laps is certainly where it's going to start separating some of the drivers. Right now, this is the longest the guys have green flag raced for all season. 75 laps has been the longest feature so far. Now on lap 77. Coming around the dirt track at the Charlotte for the 80th time. Just joining in, this is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Motorwear International Limited Late Model Competition. It's championship round, championship week. All 5 championships have been put up for contention. 4 have been decided. This is our 5th and final one. Also the final race broadcast for 2025. So it is a big event here today. 125 laps of green flag racing coming our way. 82 laps in. Still got about, what's that, 45 laps to go as we get our first yellow flag. Can't see anyone has crashed. The 11. Who's the 11? That is Mikey. No, the 11 is Bryce Freeze. All right, let's see Bryce. Any issues there with Bryce being past 9? Looks like Bryce and Chris having a fairly back and forth battle there. Relative wise, at least. Let's have a look and see if we can see what happens. Bryce gets into the wall. Mike Davis is there as well as Chris Dandridge. That's not the caution though. sure where the caution came out. There's no sort of telemetry showing a crash. Bryce does fall down the field. Oh, there it is. There it is. Got to be that one. Got into the wall, can't set, got into that wall, slowed down, come down the field. Yeah, that would be the caution right there's. We regroup and get back to the restart, sorry. Not sure why it's scoring Bryce as our race leader. We need to get back out the front there as they line back up. It's going to be Chad Woodball, Kelly McKinnon front row, John Bennett, Wayne Bridges second row. Mike Commissioner, Brian Angel, third row, Travis McDonald, Mike Butler, fourth. Fifth row is going to be Mike Davis and Chris Standridge. Sixth row, Jonathan Foxworth and Brent Vanderwood. Bryce Freeze, still in the pits. Kelly is doing awesome tonight. He's being challenged pretty contently, Hartley by the back third, fourth, and fifth sort of places in this race. Chad had a 2.5 second lead. He's probably the only one who didn't want that caution to come out. He's got to rebuild now. He's going to do so with John Bennett breathing down his neck. Similar to the start of the race where they're all grouped up. No one had sort of fully got to race speeds yet, so a little bit of banging and beating, a lot of lane changes. See that as they settle back in here now as well. A couple of the guys just getting in the way of other cars, forcing them to check up a little there. Bridges, Travis McDonald with 5. Travis has gotten himself out of that back half of the top 10. Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen, Christian Mike Davis, Mike Butler, 6 to 10, 11 to 13. Jonathan Foxworth, Brett Vanderwood, and Bryce Freeze. Middle pack here, sort of 4th to 8th, so tightly packed in. It's kind of hard to, for them to try and gain advantage, settle in and build momentum. Always constantly being battled. John must have read my comment. Pulled his socks up and head down, bum up. He is running a second and now just 2.5 tenths off the lead. 1.5 seconds in front of third though, as those front two break away. Currently sitting around that top 5 as Brian Angel, Travis McDonald trying to lock in that top 5 position, 5th and 6th respectively. Brian Angel currently 5th, Travis 6th, but as they come down that straightaway, Travis is going to have that run momentarily, but as soon as they get straight back into the turns, Brian takes that advantage. No, Travis does up high. Jesus Christ. Frida, I appreciate the bits, my man, I really do. But holy shit. I think you scared the race car drivers as well and caused a crash. Look, this is what you did. This is all your fault, mate. Watch. You watch the 29 there, Jonathan Foxworth. I'm going to tell him this is all your fault. Jump scare. You scared the 21 and that caused him to crash and made the 29 crash, mate. Do you feel good about yourself? Giving me a heart attack? Welcome in, brother, you bastard. Oh, shit. It's our second caution for the night, lap 97 of 125. Third caution for the night. Actually, I'm not going to lie. I do kind of need to go to the little BobbethTV boys room now after that little jump scare. So give me one moment. I'll be back. All right, apologies for that one. I've been holding that one for a little while. I knew the Red Bulls were going to come back and bite me on the butt. All right, we are at lap 100 of 125. Race order is as follows. Chad Porter by iRacing leader, Wayne Bridges in second, John Bennett third, Chris Standish and Brian Angel fourth and fifth. Mikey Mixed moves up into fifth, pushes Brian Angel back to sixth, but as soon as I say that, they swab. Jonathan Hogsworth in seventh, Travis McDonald eighth, Mike Butler ninth, Brett Vanderwood 10th, Mike Davis, Bryce Freeze, and Kelly McKellen on the 11th, 12th, 13th run. No, sorry, Casey, I had to run to the little boys' room and just be off the camera, off mic for a moment. Sorry about that. Last break for the year. We'll get through these next 23 laps uninterrupted. As has been the, not that there hasn't been any racing up front, but all season the limited late models have put on a show in that back half of the 10. Those boys will fight for every position. You could be mistaken thinking we're watching the top 5 right now. This is actually, let's try and figure it out. Who is it? It's the 0 of Mikey Mixter. So it's literally 6 to 10. Oh no, top 5, Brian Angel is there, so 5 to 9 there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no, and there's the 21 car in the 10th position, Kelly McKellen. So 2 very distinct pack battles going on the track. Oh good, you've got to drain the main vein every once, yeah. Well, the combination of Red Bull and jump scare, yeah, it was just an old age, I guess. Have to add that in. Mike Manise in the chat. Merry Christmas, Bob, to you and your family. Merry Christmas to you and your family, brother. Thank you for the subs. Oh, thank you for the subs, Beth and Bubs. Wow, thank you so much. Griff the Merciless as well. Frida, Bungle. What the heck? Where did all these subs just come from? Oh, Nigel gifting the subs out. Thank you so much, Nigel. You're a legend. Thank you, brother. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you guys from Nigel out there. Never do that, man. Merry fucking Christmas. Nah, Merry effing Christmas indeed. I know I said effing on the second one, but I did. We're here. Deal with it. All right, as we get to the final 15 laps of this race. Surprise, Shotty! As we get to the final 15 laps of this battle, 35 minutes they have been racing for 3 cautions in those 111 laps. So a couple of times for the boys to be able to breathe, stretch their legs and relax for a moment, but not really get anything back from it. Moist, thank you for the resub using her Prime. I use her Prime sub as well, not her Prime sub, but that's where I watch all my Amazon. Thank you, Moist Mauler. 4th caution. I said the yellow flag thing too much, didn't I? Brett Vanderwood, unfortunately, being the victim of this yellow flag. There he is there, the Deadpool 8 machine. There he is, just spit it out. No, I love it. Usually one of my favourite sort of memes or internet moments with the original, but that remix, that's banging. So those of you, as is customary, a few extra new people tuning in, so we will remind you that this is the, as you saw on the logo on the screen for just momentarily, it's on my screen still for some reason, but MOTO International Limited Late Models. This is the final race of the Knuckleheadz iRacing Leagues Racing Week. Final race of their season, final race of the division. It is it. This is the last for everything for 2025. The boys are going to get a well-deserved break into the new year, as is Bob. I don't know if Bob's really well-deserved, but hey, I get the break as well. So, yeah, and as Tina Davis in the chat, that was your fault for the caution, Bob. You said, Casey McLean says, no, it wasn't me. But Merry Christmas, Bob, and all the guys at Knuckleheadz Racing. Same to you, Tina. Thank you for coming out and joining us this season and racing with us and showing the boys that they're not special. You're out there getting it done as well, telling them how to race. So I look forward to sending you back out the track next year, 2026. Oh, I just realised we're actually on the replay screen. I hadn't gone back to live for racing yet. 113 and 125. I realised they were just about to go green and it said replay. I am slipping as we get to this final race of the year. Kenneth McLean with the like. Thank you, Mr. McLean, sir. The 88 to 0. Mikey Mixon, Travis McDonald. 8th and 9th side by side. As they battle it out, that top 5 though, Chad Football, Wayne Bridges, Chris Standridge, John Bennett, Brian Angel. The guys joining Travis and Mikey in the back half of that top 10. 6 to 10 is Jonathan Foxworth, Mike Butler, of course Travis Mcdonald, Mikey Mixer, then Kelly McKellen, Mike Davis, Bryce Freeze and Brett Vanderwood round out our 11 to 13 spots as we have our final 10 laps of the year to come. This is it, boys and girls. Not long to go. These boys have raced a doozy. Whoa. 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 Dream Jubilee. Whoa. Oh, we've got a hype train going. Holy shit. I just realised we have a hype train. No way. I don't know if I've ever had one of those. Holy shit. Level 2 hype train. All-time record shattered. You've reached new levels of support. Nod, you the man. You the man. What a way to see out the end of the year. 23 viewer raid with Sheltark yesterday. Knowledge with the gifted subs and the hype train. Gee, that's awesome. Alright, less than 5 laps remain in this battle. We're going to have to risk it soon, Vic. We're going to need to jump up to the front and watch out these final few laps. I can't be held accountable for what happens. Chad Puttable, Jonathan Foxworth, Mike Butler, Wayne Bridges, Chris Standridge to the 5 with about 4 laps, 3.5 laps remaining. I think that's the most amount of subs I've ever had at one time as well. Thank you so much, Nige. You're an awesome dude. Awesome dude. See, I can't even word it properly. Oh, Jonathan and Foxworth on the inside there. Chad Puttable pushing him back to the second place. Come on. No, I don't know. I can't. I need to look away. We've got 2 laps. 1.5 to go as Jonathan and Foxworth running that low line. Is Chad going to have to run down the straightaway? I don't think he is. As we get to our white flag lap, this is it. Is the B main bandit going to steal it the last 2 laps? I think the middle line is the fastest right now. But here comes, oh my God, it's Mike Butler. Jonathan Foxworth, Chad Puttable, 3-way run for the lead. Who is going to hold on? I think it was the B main bandit, Jonathan and Foxworth. What a finish. Who thought 125 laps was going to come down to a run at the finish line like that with a 3-way battle? 1/10 of a second between first, second, and third. Heartbreaking end to the season for Chad. Holy cow. Let's get to our official results for the championship round of the MOTO International Limited Late Models here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Bryce Freeze finishing out the race in 13th. Modig Murphy's Kellen McKellen in 12th. Yoda Outlaws, Brett Vanderwood 11th. Bottom feeder Speed Co's Mikey Mixed at 10th. Then we had Modig Murphy as Mike Davis in 9th.
You may got the honey, but I got the sugar.
We'll just let that play out. He's a weird one. Where did we get to? Yoda Outlaws, Bottom feeder, Modig Mafia, Mike Davis in 9th. Jesus! Oh, the double! Whoa! Rick Ashley in the air tonight. Mike Davis, Meeting Mafia, we said, was in 9th. Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel in 8th. Wayne Bridges in 7th. Travis McDonald, our championship receiver. The MOTO International champion, Travis McDonald, finishes in 6th, our top 5. John Bennett in Triple Groove Racing. 4 Triple Groove Racing. Yoda Outlaws got 4th and 3rd with Chris Standridge and Mike Butler. DWR Dirt Warrior Racing's Chad Puttable took out 2nd place. Thank you so much for the bids, Nige. I love you, man. You're such a dude. And taking out the win in spectacular fashion, the B main bandit, Jonathan Foxworth. He's going to have to change that name now. We did decide that throughout the season. I can't remember the one I came up with. There was a few, but yeah, I think he's surpassed the B main bandit tag. All right, let's get ourselves queued up for an interview, and we'll jump on over to the Discord. We'll have a chat with 2 people this one again. The champion not able to take out the final race of the season. All 5 races won by someone else. So bragging rights up for grabs. But no race, I think, has been won in a spectacular fashion as tonight's race. Chad, significant lead throughout the race. At some points, 1.5 seconds. There was a couple of restarts that allowed you, Jonathan, to sort of get up amongst the mix of it and be in that top 5, which you've pretty much been. I think I was just saying how we're going to have to talk about new nicknames for you. I don't know if the B main bandit is quite suitable anymore. You've leveled that one up almost. I think it was like Jonathan top 5. Foxworth was the other one, was one suggestion, because you've been top 5, top 3 consistently all season in a lot of the races. But I think you might have stolen the Heartbreaker tag off of John Bennett here tonight with that 2-lap run Not often someone can get the job done from that mid lane when someone's wound up on the high line, but you did, man. It was a three-way battle. I don't know if you realised Mike Butler joined that little run right at the end. But you were the one that got that car over the line when it mattered. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I when I when John announced that it was 125 laps, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ride till lap 90 and just see what happens. And caution come out on lap uh, 80 or whatever, and it kept telling me I had damage. Well, I went in and it said that I had 50% tire lift, and I said, well, I better go now before it gets too far and I can't fire. So I I took off after that first restart, and then made up some ground, and then the caution come out again, and I was able to just find a line, and that middle started working, and I could just let off and coast to the center and just get back on the gas and just roll it coming off, and I was just I could gain so much momentum, and then with 5 laps to go, Chad come over and's like, says I need new tire, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna go, I better go now. So
That's my cue, he says. And go you went. Like I say, it was one of those things where the middle line. Kent was in the chat as well. He called that out as it was going on. That middle line did look like it just had that little bit more bite on exit. Traditionally, we do see the relative it will go to the lower line in the turns, but the high line because of the because of that start finish placement here at the dirt track at Charlotte, it's probably not smack bang in the middle, but a little bit further closer to 1 and 2. So it does favour the momentum run out of the exits, but I know with the dirt track at Charlotte, I kind of run it where I like to, in Apex of 4, I like to be high, but I like to sort of come down across the burn and exit low. So I feel like it gives me a bit of that depth bank push out, and I feel like some of that was the midline run, and that's where you were racing Chad out of the exit. Now, I did mention, obviously, Mike Butler joined in that finale on that last lap, that exit out of 4, and made it very close. It was basically 1/10 between the three of you. Um, but you being in the middle line, when there's three wide, I feel like the middle guy's always the one that needs to concede or be cautious. Were you aware he was there, or were you just, foot down, this is it, it's all or nothing at this point?
well, it kept saying Carlo, and I was just like, I don't ever look in my mirror
Yep.
really. And when we crossed the start finish line, I looked up and I seen a green car, and I was like, well, hell, who the hell is that? And so, because he kept saying, I think I have a flat, I think I have a flat. So I wasn't really trying to put voices with who's talking.
Yep.
I was thinking it was him saying that, but yeah, it's
No,
it was nice to win the first race of the season and the last race of the season, one in UMP and one in late model. So I guess I started off with a bang and ended it with a bang.
definitely did. And look, your season wasn't a slouch of a season in the late models either. Like I say, you were consistently top 5 in a lot of the divisions, in a lot of those races. And we look here, you're coming into to tonight's battle, sitting around that third or fourth place, um, and with the points, with Brian finishing back in 8th, he was coming in 2nd. I dare say you would have finished a fairly close third place battle with only 3. I say only 3 wins in the season, but the consistency was there. You can see it in the points. It's the start of the season was 4-4, 3-4, 4-4, 4-5, and then it just started to get a bit better. A couple of wins here, win there, and then a 7 points was that 4th. A couple of races you unfortunately didn't race, so I feel like it could have almost been a very different conversation, a very different championship points battle had you raced those other 2 or 3 races you missed as well. And it's I think everyone has said those guys that have won the races over the champions this week, a top 5, a top 3 finish in these championships in these fields, definitely a personal victory, I would say. And yeah, I honestly think, yeah, the B Main Bandit's been a great nickname, a great motivator for you this season. But I feel like it's time to it's you can't take that claim anymore. I think you're a bit more of a feature bandit now, and it's been awesome watching you sort of come along with a lot of these guys leveling up and you know, I used to it was and I always meant it sincerely and in a nice way. I used to say, yeah, this you know, it's an awesome league because there's good drivers and great drivers. But I honestly believe that that's changed. The good drivers have become great drivers. The great drivers have become excellent drivers, and that gap has gotten a lot smaller now from first to say 13th in terms of competition and challenging. We watched all season, but tonight was no exception. Where we were watching fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth battle, and you'd be mistaken as if it was the top five. The way they were racing, the way that it was competitive and close, and you know the top five. You could pretty much just put five dice in a cup and shake it, and each time you would have the relative sort of positioning of each guy. They were just swapping around back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Same with you in the top five, and so those other guys, Mike Butler, Chris Dandridge, Kelly McKellen was up there, Brett Vanderwood, Brian Angel. It was just such a mixed bag, not one, you know, with the exception of maybe I guess the lead with Chad in the lead, which I tried not to broadcast curse him at all because I don't want Vicky's um, scorn. But it was there was so much good racing there. It didn't matter where we looked and what position it was in. It might have well have been 1 and 2 place battling. So no, that's been awesome to watch all season, and especially tonight, 125 laps. My favorite question when races are these long: how many times did you catch yourself sort of going, "Wait, have I excelled in the last few laps or so?"
Yeah, it's
It's my favorite moment
I
in these
just kept
races.
watching the lap times that Chad and them were running. I was trying to keep it with either at pace or a little bit below just to save tire, and then
Yep.
uh, but yet I didn't want to fall too far behind and get a lap down with the rule that they have in place. So
Mm.
I was just trying to stay at the back yet save, and then hopefully by the end of it it was go time. So, but yeah, it was like you said, from first to 14th, there's no slouch in the middle. I mean, we all race each other hard and clean, and if we do get in each other, it's nothing on purpose. I
Yeah.
mean, so we always, like a couple of times, I threw a slider on Brian just to get in front of him, and but I mean, I tried to give him room to turn down, and he would slide me back, and I could turn down up under him, and yeah, it's great battles all the way around. So you just had to be there to when the time was right and make the moves when you could. So
Yeah, and it's and it's always we've also spoken about this throughout the week as well. How many times a race has gone 98, 95% of the race where so much has happened, but then literally it comes down to that last 5%. Like it might as well be a 2 lap dash race sort of thing. Um, and for this one to be, to have everything 125 laps, it had, two distinct packs for a lot of the race. It had, the leader plus second place, and the second place person changed a number of times on those restarts. They would break away because the competition was so intense behind them that no one could really sort of get an advantage. It was all defense rather than offense. And then, like I say, to come down to that second last lap battle between you and Chad, and then for Mike Butler to just come out of nowhere. Like I didn't see it coming until like three and like it was sort of middle of three where it was like, wait, what's Mike? How's Mike got this? What that? Like it was just sort of I couldn't process it fast enough as it was happening for it to be like a 3 wide exit on four and then that race to the finish line. And yeah, it's just that's been sort of I guess the story of the year for the late models. It's been some long races, but geez, you guys 35 laps, 50, 75, or 125. You don't let up till the checkered flag. And what a way to go out. What a way to finish up the year. Congratulations, man. Um, it's been awesome.
I
Awesome
appreciate it.
watching, as I say,
I
watching you all
appreciate you
race.
broadcasting this and letting us race it out for you.
It is my pleasure, man. I love it. I love that you guys can. Obviously, you see it from the track, but being able to go back and watch some of these moments, like for you to be able to go back and see Mike play that out, and just you know, hindsight and knowing that you'd already got the flag, it's kind of cool to be able to do that. There's a lot of moments that happen, and it's hard to capture them all. So no, I'm fortunate to be able to put you guys out there, and the viewers love it. The viewers, they're here for you, not for me. I know that, and I thank you guys for putting on such a great show. With that in mind, I guess, friends, family, and sponsors, who do you officially need to thank for the race, for the season, for being able to do this awesome thing that we do?
Uh, First and foremost, KHORA put on a good league. We got a great group of guys to race with, and my wife, she lets me get on this joker and race every night while she takes care of the kids, and then MTR Farms and Will Cochran, Matco Tools, Matman Designs, and Brown Heating and Air.
Awesome, man. Well, look forward to look forward to you guys having a good rest. Obviously, love to the family, and hope you have an awesome Christmas and a safe New Year, and it's full of some fun times and belly laughs. And obviously, we'll see you guys all back in the 2026 season once that releases, all refreshed and ready to go. And I know there's going to be a lot of drivers, a lot of the guys closer to the excellent sort of end of the spectrum that are very nervous with a lot of you guys leveling up throughout this season, and knowing that there's just going to be a lot more competition, and those wins are going to be a lot more scarce and hard to come by. And also to see you guys, I want to see you guys. I'll signal you out yourself, your Wayne Bridges, who was running second for a lot of that race as well. Dawson Potter, who wasn't here tonight. All these guys that have just, you've got those monkeys off your back. You've got that sort of season behind you where it's time to set the pace a bit more, and I feel like you guys are confidently going to do that coming into the next season with a new foundation, and might be some very different conversations at the end of the 2026 start of the start season of that. I don't know how long it's going to go for. I was going to say 20-week season, but they changed it so often that I don't know. So, but I really look forward to seeing some of you other guys getting all that success that you deserve and that you've worked for. So can't wait, man. Congratulations. Well done on picking up your third victory in the late models, I believe it was again. Third victory in the late models. I'm going to lock you in and say, I think you finished third in points. So congratulations on a win against this field. That finish, as I say, that's it's hard enough to get a win against this field, let alone in that style. So congratulations. Enjoy that. That is most certainly bragging rights. And yeah, like I say, be safe, love to the family, and we'll see you in the new year.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, bud.
You too, buddy. Bye. All right, that was Jonathan Foxworth. He was our victor here tonight. He was the fifth non-champion winner of the week. None of the champions able to lock in the championship and a victory in the final race of the season, but it doesn't matter because it's championship round. It's title time, and here is our Motorwear International Limited late model champion, Travis McDonald, number 4, equaling the McDonald brother record of 4 championships here at Knuckleheadz iRacing League. But it's those races, holy cow, they've been tough. This one, I think, was probably the closest one to the run that the guys in the last few races sort of needed. You spent a lot of time in that back half of the field. It was a little bit tougher tonight to sort of get up to the top, but once you did, obviously you sort of settled into that top 5, top sort of half of the field run. Talk us through that.
Yeah, it was just one of those deals that I thought I would stay back and save some tires, and ended up getting in a little trouble there towards the end, and there was a couple got wore out. We was fighting for positions there. Everybody's tires was gone, but overall it was a fun race. I really liked it. I mean, like, there was some tough competition towards the end.
Well, sorry, you go.
A couple more laps, I think the bottom would have came in a little more, maybe, or it acted like it was going to.
Yep. I think there were the three distinct groups, but I think the hardest group to be in was the middle one. So there was always the leader, and then whoever was in second place seemed to be able to break away from that third to seventh pack, and then there was like that 8th to 13th sort of pack for the rest of the field. But that third to seventh, basically, just that battle for the top 5 for that 5th spot. That seems so intense. Where it's I've brought this up a lot. It's if you do have to split your attention, you'd rather go 60% of the guy in front of you trying to catch him, and 40% making sure you don't leave anything open for the guy behind you. But I would struggle to say that anyone was spending any less than 70% of the time trying to defend their position, and that was why those sort of groups were able to sort of fall into the manners that they did. And we watched a lot of that 3rd to 7th spot, and even some of I think it was like 5th to 9th, just seemed like, if you were trying to spare tire or save some energy and effort, it was impossible in that section. That was it was the toughest, most competitive sort of section of the race, and it has been pretty much all season. I think the limiteds have been one of the most consistent ones where we talk about where it's that 4th to 9th, 5th to that back half of the top 10, that it's just a beast to get through. It's just the race speed's so similar, so even there. There's just no room for error, no room for trying something a little bit outside the ballpark. You really have to sort of stick with your guns and just hope for the best, or take those opportunities as they come, rarely. Now, 125 laps, how do you even prepare for something like that?
Wasn't too bad, honestly. The caution around the 82 mark or 81, that kind of helped out a lot, but it wasn't really as bad as I figured it was going to be. I adjusted my steering wheel where it wasn't real tense on force feedback, so wouldn't have to fight it the whole time. So that kind of helped out a little bit. But other than that, I mean, it really it ain't that bad. 100 to 125 laps, depending on car. I think the limiteds is a little easier on that. Some of the other cars, especially a faster car, it would be a little more intense because there's a lot more focus and a lot more into it as far as keeping the tires from slipping so much. So that was a bonus for these cars to be on 125 laps, besides like a super or something like that.
Yeah, it seemed like the only real sort of, I guess, concern was right at the start, those first, I guess, 5-10 laps, where people were sort of vying for position. You weren't able to get up to race speed as quickly because a lot of guys were sort of forced off their natural line or the marks they wanted to hit. But then it was only everyone held on and sort of it spread out, and we got up to race speed, and like you say, we got good 60, 70, 80 laps of green flag racing. And then once that caution came out the restart, sort of similar thing, couple of laps. So it was just, you had to be a little bit more patient than usual, just so everyone could get up to race speed, and then the racing was back on. But I'm a big fan of the late models. I've always been a fan of them. I think given the right track combos, they're a lot of fun. And you guys have sold that to the audience all season. These races have been crazy. I was saying to Jonathan just before, we talk about how the middle pack's been pretty intense and gets a lot of focus throughout the race broadcast because of how intense it is. I think the late models have been the biggest example of that all season, where it really is positional. If you can get that opportunity to start up front and not be in that mid pack and not have to either drive through it or defend of it, then you've traditionally been able to sort of break away and only have to worry about a couple of cars, a couple of sort of challenges. Did you have a good seat for that finish there though? With 2 to go, Jonathan makes the move on Chad, and I was so surprised he was able to lock that in. But I did not see Mike Butler coming in to make that sort of a 3-way battle out of 3 and 4 for that run. Did you have a good seat for that? You seem to be, I think, about a second and a half back. So probably worrying more of Wayne and Brian and things like that. But did you get a chance to see that finish?
Well, yeah, I seen it. I mean, I barely caught a glimpse of it. I was looking at my left monitor trying to see who won.
It was difficult to watch in terms of keeping up with it, like trying to make sure we, that you could see who it was. There was such a good finish. So I couldn't believe it. It was we talked about like the sort of the script of the race each night. Yeah, some races have come in and it's certain finishing orders and positions and stuff that are going to decide it. And coming into the final race, we knew you were going to be the champion. It was more who was going to get the bragging rights of the race. I didn't realize it was 125 laps, so that added to it. So to have this race really come down to that last lap, what a way to see out the season! What a way to see out the championship! And yeah, it was definitely worth a rewatch. I can highly recommend that if you're on the track. Yeah, definitely go back and just watch those last few laps. Watch Jonathan build that run
Yeah, I did a
home,
while ago.
dude. Oh,
That was cool.
um, all right. Well, fourth championship. Proud father in the chat. George McDonald, 88 and 28. 88, of course. Travis, 28. Cody. Brian Angel Senior, nice win, Foxworth. Congrats on the championship. T-Mac, yeah, fourth championship in the books. So congratulations, my man. It's been it's been fun. You've sort of been the consistent sort of challenger in a lot of those championships, but you've had a lot of different rivals out there on the track. I won't make you pick a favorite one, but did you have a favorite sort of championship? I guess battle / competition. Was there any one of those four that you've won tonight that sort of you hold in the higher regard that you were more after?
Not really. I mean, if I had to put a finger on any of it, one of the funnest ones probably was the wingless sprints. Me and Tom had some pretty crazy battles.
Yes.
We crashed each other. I don't know what track it was. Like we took each other out 2 or 3 times and still ended up finishing like first and third. So I mean, they're pretty epic. I had a great fun time. In that one. This one here, I mean, throughout the season, it's been good battles between a lot of people. Kind of beginning the season, I think John was in a few of the battles up front. I think Foxworth in a couple. Then Brian Angel, I've been trying to do my best to help him out on everything, and he's been right there at the end every race for a while now, and multiple cars. So it's been a fun battle in all of them. I think Brent was in the A series, and me and him battled a few
Yep.
rounds there.
Yep.
Of course, Kent. I mean, he likes the UMP, so we had a pretty couple good races there where we kind of battled towards the end, but it ends up at the end of the race. Sometimes you just kind of have to whoever's up front and don't wreck each other. Just let them go and stay in your spot. If you're in the top 3, just let it go, or top 5. I mean, it don't matter. As long as we're having fun, man, that's all counts here to me. And we have all had pretty good fun in each class, so I think everybody can agree on that one.
No, most 100%. Yeah, it's. I've talked about it a lot throughout the season. I'm able to jump into the Discord, and I could turn drivers chat on. I don't have it on just because no one ever uses the in-game chat. But I could safely have that enabled and or just be sitting in the Discord and know that whatever comes out is going to be fit for broadcast. I jumped in the booth today to give whoever set the fuel 125 laps. I was like, it's going to be a shame if we get to like 99 laps and suddenly cars start dropping off. So I wanted to know who we were going to blame if we did. And it was no issue jumping into that chat and not worrying about hearing any sort of negative comments or things like that. And like you say, it's if someone has a problem, they're one of their main competitors can literally go, dude, if you do this way, or if you ride your throttle a little bit less a bit earlier, and just whatever the issue may be, you're more than happy to pass that information on because it's gonna promote them as a driver, and it's gonna make you better because you've got extra competitors. You've got all this. You can only be as good as the driver you're racing against, and yeah, like
Absolutely. I mean, everybody's getting faster. I mean, look at Wayne. He's been running up front a lot. He set some quick
he
times.
was
Dave
riding
is
second tonight. Yeah. Actually, did I forgot to mention that about the times to Jonathan, just to show that there's such a difference between quick and fast, and either one of them can still win you a race. His best lap time, 15:09.3, was the equals slowest lap time, and and here he is winning the race. Wayne Bridges, I did see his 15:7.1. Quick time out there on the track. No, 15:6.5. Sorry. Chad did have quick time, but second quickest out there on the track. And another guy that's consistently battling in that top five. I think just a hooking a chain on the back of one of the right cars away from right, stealing a win is Wayne Bridges. Jonathan Foxworth, I told him he has to drop the B Main Bandit nickname now. It needs to be at least it needs to be Jonathan Top 5 Foxworth. There's just you guys. When I say you guys, I don't want to single out people and get it wrong, but the guys that are used to winning some of these races are having a lot more challenges than they used to in seasons prior, and that is such a good thing. It's 1 week it might be your Kelly McKellen, but next week it's going to be your Dawson Potter, and then your Brian Angel, and then your whoever else. We've seen that. I think in one of the divisions we had 10 different winners. This one we've had what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 winners, 9 separate winners over the racing. And if we look at the start, it was pretty much you'd win a race, someone else would win a race. You'd win a race, someone else would win a race. You'd win a race, someone else would win a race. But then I think some of the guys got a bit sick of that format and started to win as well. So, but yeah, and then your wins became thick and quite between each other. You were fighting and having to settle for seconds and thirds and things like that. So consistent runs obviously will win you championships. But it sounds weird to say, but it's such a good thing to see that so many people getting a chance at glory and for the 9 winners, that means there was also likely another 5 or 6 guys that were getting opportunities up the front, EOLs, things like that. And they were also a part of the mix as well, and able to sort of get a bit more of an idea of what it takes to run up front, and that just helps them have that confidence to do so. And that's where we get Mike Butler in third, or Wayne Bridges running second, and Kelly McKellen being anywhere from top 5 to back 12. It's good to it's healthy competition. Oh, here he is, Cody McDonald, 88, 89 in the chat. Champion McDonald, repeat champions. That's nice. It's like I say, it's just a pity there wasn't that one extra championship, and you've had the bragging rights over him for Chris. No, Jackie Cody. But no, it's been an awesome season. I can't wait. I know it's bittersweet that we're here. This is it. This is the last broadcast for the current seasons as we know it for the year. We'll be back next year with the next format. We'll have a better idea of what championships will be defended, what new ones will be on the line, and I'll have a better idea of who's going to be battling for those, as some of these guys that have had momentum towards the end of the year are going to carry that through and be able to build a bit of a, where we talked about how you had a bit of a stronghold at the start of the season and lost it towards the end. It's going to be harder for you to build that stronghold this next start of the season, or some of these other guys, your Chad Puttaballs, your Jim Revises, your Kelly McKellens, Kent McLean's, Josh Roberts. You guys are going to have to spend the off season fighting that, even if it's 1% improvement. There's a little bit of work to do, because these guys are nipping at your heels, and it's awesome.
Oh yes.
All right. Well, before we wrap up, and I don't want any sort of big secrets or anything, but anything. Let's put you on the spot. Anything you might be able to, just a small tidbit, one of the 5. Anything you might be able to reveal about what's coming next season. Anything you're working on? Have you got a division that you're working on?
No, I have not. I think John Elm's pretty much got a lot of it figured out already.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a few changes on a few things, and it's for the better on some of it.
I think it's always whatever changes you guys do, they're never for the sake of it. They always have a reason or
right.
a direction. So no, I'm looking forward to that.
I think there's going to be some tighter racing next year, and it's going to be some more intense. Maybe some longer races. I don't know.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest clues we got from Josh was that the championship points are going to be hard to come by. They're not going to be you're really going to have to fight for every point. I don't know if that is to do with, say, similar to the EOL system, or how they handle the winners each week and things back. Cody McDonald, bring back no cap. I need in. Look, I'm not suggesting you tank your iRating, Cody. No. I think we'd see you coming in that respect, but
He's too
yeah,
proud of that thing.
we might have to start a masters, like a masters knuckleheads, where we can get guys like Cody, Anthony Morano, Lon Franks, a couple of those other guys that have that have just enjoyed that success to the point where they just got to the point where unfortunately they were just outside that skill cap. I know the cap's grown and shrunk from time to time. 7K was hard to get. What? Man, I struggle to keep myself at 1200 average. Holy crap. Jeez, 7K.
I think that's where Cody's at.
That's what he's just put in the chat. He's just saying that it's hard to get. That was hard to get. Oh my god, that is a stealth brag in itself. Oh my god, that's awesome, man. I'm at that place where I don't know. I'm okay at driving, but I'm where all those cocky guys who think they're okay at driving as well are, and you just get caught up in those dumb wrecks. I haven't raced officials. God, bloody. I don't think I raced a single official at 2025 season, to be honest, actually. So at
I
least
think the best thing in
which is good because
officials,
it means it'll be the lowest my iRating has moved ever because it didn't move a spot.
I raced a few, I don't know, a couple months ago just to jump in to see, and I'm about like you. Some of the people in there, I'm like, oh my god, do I really got a race in here?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what did I do? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can't stay out of trouble because somebody's gonna run over you.
It's mad though. The only racing I have actually done, I think, where you get ranked points and earn points was and it's dumb to say this because it's probably the worst way of doing it, but week 13. I'm a bit of a sucker for the week 13 rookie dirt street stocks. Just mainly because I know that I can qualify up the front. Like generally, I'm quick enough to qualify up the front, and then it's just get yourself in front of the crap, and then as you come up on lap traffic, you've got a big enough lead behind everyone behind you that you can sort of take those moments a bit slower or not force their hand and have the idiots take you out. And I generally do pretty well in week 13, which is not something you commonly would hear in week 13 racing. But it's very much cherry picking and just going after the guys that are just useless or just in it to wreck, and they're easy to avoid, and you just keep racing.
Right.
Well, congratulations for
Thank you, Bob.
4 championships, a lot of victories, a lot of battles, a lot of down to the wire moments have got us to this point. Congratulations. It's been hard to pick a favorite sort of moment or race or division. I think I've swapped and changed what I thought was the raciest nights of the week or month or season. But that's just a testament to the 25, 30 odd drivers that we have mixed up throughout the 5 different divisions that you guys race, and you've car count competition level. It has gone literally down to the last lap of the last race of the season, and that is just awesome. It's the viewers have been coming out in droves. And like I've said, everyone, they're not here to watch me talk shit about you guys racing. They're here to watch you guys race. Let's face it, you guys are the competition, are the entertainment. And you especially have not failed to entertain the masses. So I thank you sincerely for that. Before we let you go, and obviously wish you and the family, especially yourself as well, Cody, if you're listening, and George, wish you guys the love and hope you have awesome time with families and everything over Christmas, New Year break. It's going to be weird not waking up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays and being available for you guys for the next couple of weeks. I'm sure I'll find something to do. But before I let you go, man, friends, family, and sponsors, who do you need to give thanks to for allowing you to get the championships, for allowing you to race, for being able to have this awesome hobby that we do?
Always the lovely wife, she just brought me some Fiesta Mexico up while ago, some Mexican food. So
Oh, nice. What a way to wrap up.
it's sitting in the floor waiting on me over here with a bottle of water. Now, the kids, actually her and the kids brought it up. So, they always support, and they went out and got me something to eat while I was upstairs racing, at the shop. Of course, you know, the shop supports me for it, so allows me to buy this fancy stuff to have kid moments on here and play.
Yep.
But appreciate you, Bob, for broadcasting for us always and getting in here and cutting up and just giving everybody something to watch on multiple platforms. Really do appreciate it. And, you know, of course, Knuckleheadz, you know, if it wasn't for John and all the guys that's in the group, we wouldn't be here right now. So, you know, they make it there where we can all come and have a good little fun chat or some fender rubbing and we all laugh about it and go on. But it's always been fun racing with everybody. So that's always a plus.
No, could not agree more. Yeah, it's such a good crowd. It's such a great way to start the week. And yeah, like I say, I've got the best job in the world. I get to sit here, call some racing and watch and just get to watch that excellent racing on the track. A little note from Cody. It's just letting you know you don't need that Mexican. That well, actually, he says we need salads, lots of it. So rather than sort of shooting it all on you, Cody's suggesting you. Well, look, technically, the Mexican's got like a bit of lettuce and stuff in it, isn't it? Doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's
mine's
that's salad. That's salad.
mine's fried chicken and lettuce and
There you go.
rice and
There you go. Rice is good. Salad's good. Look at that.
white cheese. Probably got some bacon in it, some
Uh,
jalapenos.
I can't talk. I had what did I have? I had triple cheese Philly steak for dinner last night. So that was awesome. Very cheesy. Very cheesy. But I'm like I feel like Cody. I should probably more salads, but the closest to salad I had on my Philly cheesesteak was some onion and some capsicum. No, not capsicum. Cucumber. But
Right.
that's greenery. That's yeah, they're in salads, so it counts. All right. Well, like I said before, man, I hope you and the family have an amazing Christmas, Happy New Year, and it's full of lots of
Thank you,
fun
Bob.
and belly laughs and good times. I've already got mine all organised. We're down to the in-laws this evening for Christmas Eve with the family. We do Christmas Eve, and I get to relax Christmas now that all the kids are grown up. I get to take the day easy, which is quite nice. So looking forward to it. I am going to be lost for the next couple of weeks, not having to get up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings to do this. So I will miss you guys. And look, I'll stay tuned for some more information on the next lot of seasons, and we'll let everyone know in the audience via the Facebook page when we'll be back at least, so you know exactly sort of how long, 2-3 weeks, whatever the time frame is. But until then, big thanks to you, Travis. Big thanks to all the other guys for putting on an amazing season and giving me such an awesome product to
You're
transmit
welcome,
out
Bob.
to the world. Congratulations for four championships of the 5. Ken McLean, our other champion, Ken also, while we didn't have any drivers who were fortunate enough to win their championship round race, Kent was the one guy who not only has a league that he was contending for, but is managing said league. Josh Roberts, obviously, is the main one we bring up when that is said. He has been vying for a dirt street stock title for quite some time, back when it was called the Roberts Electrical Dirt Street Stock, sponsored by his father, now sponsored by one of his mates, the Reese Monument Dirt Street Stocks. But it is a title near and dear to his heart that I imagine they'll be back in some form next season. And Travis, he'll be coming for that street stock title, I imagine.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I will let you go before that Mexican gets cold. Enjoy that, and enjoy the
Alrighty,
new
Bob.
year. Enjoy
Man,
Christmas,
good
and
Christmas. Yeah.
we'll talk next year, as they say.
Yeah. Don't eat too much, man.
Oh, I already plan on it, buddy. I already plan on it.
I'll get Cody. I'll get Cody some salads for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's probably what he needs.
If Cody, if you could go more on the salads to counter us out, then that'd be good. If you could do that side, that'd be brilliant. But give him hell for me, man, over the Christmas break, and I look forward to chatting again soon.
Alrighty, thank you, Bob, man.
Catch you, brother. All right, that was Travis McDonald. He was our MOTO International Limited late model champion. We'll call him the Knucklehead champion as well. Picked up 4 of the 5 championships in the season racing. The last person to do that, Cody McDonald, his brother, So equaling that record. Big shout out, Cody. Thanks for joining the chat. George, their father as well. Frida, thank you for the bits and the back and forth. Nige, oh my God, Nige got me a hype train, our biggest one yet. Well, I think my only one yet. Gifting subs, using the bites, annoying me with the sound effects, making me almost wet myself. There it is. He was waiting. He was waiting for the call out so that he could do that at that time. You're a bastard. You're a bastard. Where do we get to? So yeah, so big shout out to them, Nige, for the gifted subs and all of the stuff that he did. UCPD is in the chat. KC McLean, Vicky Schuler. I've been her number one fan all season, but I want to call you the biggest, like you're our favorite BobbethTV viewer by far. It's been an absolute awesome season having you in the chat. Tina Davis, having you in the chat and out on the track's been an absolute blast. Who else have we got? There's been some other guys that pop in and out. Griff, Shrubs, throughout the season. Devourer Worm. We can't forget. Let's go through the likes and shares and whatnot. Kellen McKellen, Bryce Freeze, Chris Standridge, Doug Norton. Nigel gave subs out to Beth Vixen. I'm Barb's Griff. Free to go, mate. Bungle. Mike Moniz for the like. Mauler for the prime sub. Kenneth McLean and Nigel Gaming for the bit use. Brett Vanderwood. And Brian Angel for all that love from the Oda Outlaws boys and the sharing and liking. Well, that does wrap us up. This is it. This is the last scheduled broadcast.
I love you, bitch.
I love you, bitch.
I ain't gonna never stop loving
you,
you,
bitch. It's been an absolute blast, and this week's been great. Championship week's always a big week, but we had Mike Davis in the booth. Big shout out to him as well, going through some quite serious issues with health, to the point where there were some serious evaluations going on. To the next week, coming in the booth and joining me. We finally got it done. Some absolutely awesome finishes to the races, and some awesome co-commentary coming out of the chat as well. Well, I'll let you know when we're back, but that's it. 2025, we're done and dusted. Bob's officially on holidays. We're going to say for at least 2 weeks. I feel like it's going to be at least 2 weeks, but we'll find out in the new year, and we'll go from there, bruh. But like I always say, you know the drill. My name's Bob. Love yous all. Thank you so much for coming out, for interacting, for just making this old Aussie farts day. I love it. It's so much fun. Appreciate yous all. Until we're back again in the new year. Later, guys.